My name is Kala, Arvind Kala. I feel rather sad for Shashi Tharoor. I think his political career will flounder, and maybe this is the last time he will ever be MP in India again. I'll tell you why. The mistake he made was that he didn't realize that the three Gandhis are very duplicitous. They do not mean what they say. So when the Gandhis came out recently that Rahul Gandhi was not interested in becoming Congress president and any congressman was free to contest for Congress presidentship, Tharoor took them at their word. What he didn't realize is that the Gandhis see his act of contesting the election as not just impertinence but as defiance. So why on earth would they give him a ticket from Trivandrum a fourth time? Maybe they will not. And so what is Shashi Tharoor going to do? Now, let's get one thing. The Gandhis are all powerful, and if they don't give him a ticket, and in Kerala itself, the Kerala politicians, Congress politicians detest Tharoor. For a very simple reason: envy, jealousy, raging jealousy. You see, all these Congress politicians of Kerala, they've busted from one place to another, from Thrissur to Varkala and places like that, busing it, brushing away flies from their sweaty faces, and they've lost elections, and what has Shashi Tharoor done all those years? For decades and decades, he jetted around in UN jets from Geneva to London to Sydney to New York, dining and wining with the best, while these chaps were just hanging around in buses and riding motorcycles. And then this guy came, and 3 times he won from this thing. Shashi Tharoor has been a spectacular success as a politician. 3 times he has won from Trivandrum constituency in an educated area, and twice by a margin of 99,000 votes. The voters love him. Keralaites love him. They adore him. The men like him. The women like him. Adore him. And so the Kerala politicians don't know it. And this fellow has been married 3 times, presumably to glamorous women, while Kerala politicians are known for the beauty of their wives. So they don't like him. So if the Gandhi shaft Tharoor and the Kerala politicians don't want him, even though he'll win, what is this poor fellow going to do? It's very sad. I think this is what's going to happen. Now, in this context, around 1.5, 2 years ago, I thought I would help out Shashi Tharoor. So I set up a meeting with him here in Delhi. And I told him one thing. I said, Malayalam, your language of Kerala, is spoken by only 2.3% of India's population. Now, the language to learn is Hindi. Hindi is not just spoken by 40-50% people in India. It is understood by another 20-30%, partly because of the popularity of Hindi films and Hindi TV serials. So Hindi is the Amazon of languages. No language in India can compare with that, the reach. And I told Tharoor one thing. What I wanted to tell him, I don't know if I was able to convey, that I'll teach you Hindi. I'll be your tutor. I'll need to talk to you for 50 hours, 100 hours over the space of weeks. And 2 hours, and I'll teach you colloquial Hindi, not the kind of bookish Hindi Tharoor talks. Tharoor's Hindi is good. After all, Malayalam is derived from Sanskrit. His Hindi is good, but it's bookish. He would say something like, "Jab wo mere nivash sthan mein wo Shriman ji ne pravesh kiya." Another the colloquial Hindi would be, जब वो बंदा आया मेरे घर में. If this guy was to say that a samosa was good, he'd say, जब मैंने समोसे का सेवन किया तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगा, आनंद आया. But UP and Bihari will say, समोसा बहुत अच्छा था, मिर्चीला था, मज़ा आ गया यार, पानी ले आ यार, कहीं नलके से ले आ, ढूंढ ले. And like that, I wanted to teach him colloquial Hindi, and I would have done an excellent job, because my Hindustani is absolutely superb, even though I'm saying it. The Hindustani I speak is the Hindustani they speak in Hindi films. In fact, I'm more fluent in Hindi than in English. And in English, I'm pretty good, yeah. I mean, I don't say chaos for chaos, and I don't say liar for lawyer. But my Hindi is even better, and I prefer to do these videos in Hindi, except that my best friends are Keralaites, and they don't understand Hindi. It's for them I do these videos in English. Well, back to Tharoor. So I wanted to tell him that's the way you got to do it. That I'll teach you, यार. अबे साला उल्लू का पट्टा यार मेरे 500 ले गया यार उधार लिया और ये. You got to talk conversational Hindi. Now that's something like 500, I think probably 700 million people who understand Hindi. You know, whether it's Maharashtra, whether it's Nagaland, whether it's Manipur, wherever everybody understands Hindi. They speak it also, a smattering. They make themselves quite, I see them all over, except in maybe Tamil Nadu and Kerala, etc., etc. So I told that guy, this is the way to go. He was interested. In fact, I spoke to him in Hindi and he enjoyed talking in Hindi. And his Hindi was good. But I realized that the guy wasn't, 50 hours or 100 hours. I don't even know whether I was able to spell it out. But he's too much of a bureaucrat, He was telling his secretary, John, when am I next free to meet Mr. Kala? So I thought to myself, yeah, ye to faltu ka aadmi, ye to samajh nahi raha. You got to talk the language that people understand. In UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Himachal, every place is Hindi, Hindi, Hindi. Even in Maharashtra, everywhere it's Hindi. So he's got to learn, and he's a quick learner. He's a very intelligent chap, and I would have been a superb teacher, because I looked upon myself as a potential, Mr. To Rex Harrison, to Audrey Hepburn. He turned a flower girl into a countess, a woman who could talk like a countess. I would have turned Count Tharoor into a UPite, the kind of guy, and he would have clicked. He's a very intelligent fellow. He could have talked on so many subjects he has, and ideas, whether it's gays, whether it's legalizing drugs, whether it's prohibition. He's got 100 things to say. And what he should reach out to these lakhs and lakhs of, in fact, millions of people through Hindi. And that's what I wanted to teach him. And he's too structured. He's into seminars and things like that. When I was ushered into the Oxford Union, I told them how, this kind of thing, it may get you, wow, people saying, what a sophisticated guy. But it won't get you goddamn votes, man. You're dealing with 900 million voters in India. That's more than the population of America, Canada, Japan, Russia, and probably half of Europe put together. 900 million voters. How do you reach them? He could have reached them through me, but he just didn't respond. So I said, yeah, this is what to do about this guy. But he can learn. I mean, you got to talk in a way that people connect with. Otherwise, if he tries, even if he had become Congress president and he goes to Bihar or something, all those Biharis and UPIs will say, a bada sahab aa gaya, big man has come to talk to us and all that, People get skeptical. So, that's what, he lost out. I could have really helped him. But anyway, that is his fate. Uska muqaddar hai. So, friends, I must get going. How much can I talk? If you like this video, please send it to everybody, and I'll bid you farewell. See you later, alligator.